Brilliant Minutes, sponsored by Sinclair Heating and Cooling for 24/7 comfort on call.
Well, hello, Brad.
Chris, it is a busy day for SpaceX. Early today, they sent one rocket up, a Falcon 9 rocket that carried two lunar landers into space. One is from Japan, one is from a private company here in the United States. It'll take several months for these landers to reach the moon. When they're there and they're operating and they're learning things, we will let you know.
Okay.
The other thing that we've been on the lookout for is Starship 7. This launch keeps getting pushed back farther and farther. It was supposed to have launched just about 50 minutes ago. However, now we find at last minute, we're going to delay this until tomorrow. So we'll be watching that. And also tonight, Blue Origin's New Glenn rocket is supposed to be going up finally. We'll see. That's been delayed numerous times as well.
I sense an update tomorrow.
Maybe.
Okay.
Actually, we have a fun story tomorrow about eggs. We're all going to want to hang around for that. Okay. But here, this is the other thing I wanted to talk about, and this was inspired actually by viewer emails that have been coming into the station about these California wildfires. What a tragedy. I mean, just horrible, horrible, horrible. But here was the first thing that people have been wondering about. This pink flame retardants that are being used to slow the fires. What do we know about them? Here's what we do know about them, okay? These aerial fire suppressants, they're dropped from planes, are generally a mixture of water, ammonium phosphate, which by the way is essentially what is found in fertilizer, and iron oxide. It is the iron oxide that gives it that very pink color, okay? But when you combine all of these things together, they help starve a fire from oxygen. So it slows the rate of the burn, and also helps to cool and coat vegetation and other surfaces, okay? Now, they're generally considered safe for people, but many people worry about the potential effects on waterways and wildlife health. There are a number of different companies that make these flame suppressants, okay? Some of them admittedly contain heavy metals and a lot of very toxic substances. The U.S.
We are familiar with that in this area because of the firefighting foam situation.
But many of these were initially used by the U.S. Forest Department. They are now moving away from that, and so are other organizations. But again, even if it is harmful in a situation like this, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? By the way, somebody, and I think it was an email that you forwarded to me, a viewer wanted to know why aren't individuals putting this stuff on their homes? There are some things. This is called wildfire home defense. I just found this on a Google search from Home Depot. Long-term fire protection, easy mix and spray application, pet and people friendly. The problem, of course, it's out of stock online and in stores. No big surprise there. But there are chemicals that people can use to keep on hand. But the way those wildfires were spreading, on to the next topic. Firefighting planes are dumping ocean water on the LA fires. Why using salt water is typically a last resort. Number of reasons. First of all, those planes that drop water, they're called super scoopers. They literally skim the surface of a lake, pick up about 1,500 gallons of water, fly, drop it, and come back and get more. The problem is with the ocean swells, all of that rockiness, really, really difficult and dangerous to swoop down and get the water from the ocean. That's problem number one. Firefighters aren't using it because it corrodes all of the firefighting equipment, okay? That's issue number two there. And also, seawater is full-strength salty ocean water, which would instantly kill native vegetation, and worse than that, it could take years or decades for enough salt to leach out of the soil so things could return, so, grow your grass again or whatever. I mean, so this is why typically you do not use ocean water on fires.
But in this case, all hands, all elements on deck.
Absolutely. And again, how do you battle a fire that's being pushed by 70 to 100 mile per hour winds? Wow.
All right. Thus concludes our You Ask, Brad Answers segment of 3 Brilliant Minutes. All right. We'll see you tomorrow, Brad. So the